So, as I scroll through TikTok today, it's all the same shit. Biden sucks, Trump sucks, Republicans suck, Democrats suck, everybody sucks. The proof is in the numbers. Boy, that was what is my voice changing? The proof is in the numbers. And what regular, everyday people are going through. Housing. Migrant problems with these people just flooding over the border. With the way things are going, I'm sure some of them are sleeper cells for terrorism that are coming over the border because they aren't being vetted. And they're just flowing over the border like a fucking bad toilet overflow. Biden's approval ratings are in the fucking toilet. I mean, you can sit here and praise the man all you want. You're delusional. You're delusional to think that this man is doing a good job. Sorry, you are. Okay, he's done plenty for the environment. Sure he has. We need that like a hole in the head right now. I don't need to be forced to buy an electric car, okay, Joe? Thanks. Especially for an infrastructure that can't handle it. And don't sit here and tell me that he's done anything for infrastructure. I haven't seen it. The BQE is still a fucking mess. But you don't want to fix that because you want electric cars and people just fucking taking bicycles everywhere. Ugh. Anywho. And then you got, Republicans aren't innocent in this either. I mean, the fucking House still has no speaker. I mean, what are we doing, people? How do 8 fucking people hold up the entire process? You're letting 8 people hold up the process. I don't know. Maybe they're right. Maybe they're wrong. I have no idea. I don't keep as close an eye on it probably as I should. There are people on here who do and do a better job than I do of it. Somehow Harry is still on here with all the bullshit he throws around. And boy, does he love Biden. Holy crap. You kid, how that kid actually believes everything he says would make me fucking throw up in my mouth. I mean, you want to talk about a script that's fed to him? Holy shit. But he's been laying kind of low lately. Kind of. There hasn't been a lot with him around because of the war, obviously, and everything he did to that woman with the sealed court document thing should have him really, really in hot water. Whether it does or not is another story, but it should. How did you get your hands on a sealed court document if you're not backed by somebody? Because let's face it, kid, you ain't that smart. But it's funny to just have to listen to some of these people and how they actually think that Biden is doing a good job. Where? Bidenomics? Okay, that's the Inflation Act, the Inflation Reduction Act. Horseshit. That's basically the Green New Deal wrapped up in a different fucking wording. That's basically what it is. Did nothing to stop inflation. Granted, inflation has come down from the 8% it was at one point. But it was still lower under the last administration. It was. You look up the numbers. You don't believe me, look shit up. Unemployment is not at its lowest rate in 50 years. It's close. I believe it's 3.8 now. It was 3.5 during the last administration. So, but that was actually creating jobs. And don't sit here and tell me Biden created 6 million jobs when you took most of them away during the pandemic, and these are just the ones coming back. And people who are working 2 jobs now. A lot of them. Because of the cost of everything. Because government is spending like a drunken sailor. It's out of hand. And because the House is in such chaos, there can't be a budget. And I do agree that you have to have separate bills for separate things. Don't throw 17 things in a bill. The reason, by the way, if you haven't heard, I haven't heard anything about Maui getting any fucking help. Maybe it was hidden somewhere. But they tried to hide it with more money for Ukraine, and people said no. No, you keep the 12, whatever you want to give to Maui, to Maui. Don't add anything to it. That's the way it should be. Maui should get their relief and not have it attached to something like Ukraine or something like Israel. I mean, it's been going on for too long, and it's got to stop. And this is probably why the House is in chaos, because people want separate bills for everything, and the majority doesn't want to do it. Because they like to sneak their little fucking pork in there, and, you know, if they don't get one thing, they'll blame the other side because, well, and here's your example. Republicans refused aid to Maui, and that was their stance. Oh, see, we wanted to give them this amount of money, and Republicans blocked it from going to Maui. See, it's the Republicans' problem. Well, if you read further into it, there was extra money for Ukraine, and that's why they voted it down. Give Maui its money. You want to give Maui money? Give Maui money. Don't attach it to something else. This whole government is dysfunctional. And John Fetterman comes in and says, well, you know, we are not electing our best and brightest. No shit, Sherlock. So I can see where it's coming from in that sense, but I don't know. This whole country's going down shit in a handbag, and it seems like there's nothing we can do about it. Because every time an election comes up, to get these people out because they don't have the American citizens in their best interest, they keep voting them back in. So until these people are gone and actually have the American people at interest at heart, it's going to be same old, no matter which side you vote for. It's just an opinion. I could be wrong, and I'm sure people on the left are gonna rip me or try to rip me apart because they think Biden's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Well, I tell you what, sliced bread is sliced bread. Booyah!